Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pioneer Stadium on the campus of Boswell High School for tonight's Round 2 Game 1 area matchup between the Joshua Owls and your Grapevine Mustangs. It's all coming up next on Grapevine Mustang Baseball live on Tradio.
Yeah, that was good.
Go ball! Get out of here! Get out of here! Oh, get deep! Get deep! Get deep! Oh. 2 balls, 1 strike on Jared Boswell, the junior, the first baseman for the Mustangs. Hadn't been in a bigger spot in his life. Oh, he hit one! He burned him! He burned him! Let's go! He burned him! Yeah! We got it! Ball game! Mustangs are state champions! I love it, Trey! Oh my God!
Mustang Baseball Live on Tradio begins now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome onto the campus of Boswell High School for Game 1 of the second round of the 5A Texas High School Baseball Playoffs as the winners of Region 1 District 6, your Grapevine Mustangs, take on the winner of Region 1 District 8, the Joshua Owls. Good evening, Hunter Paris alongside my broadcast partner, Jeff Knipper. And Jeff, this is a clash of 2 very talented teams here early in these Texas High School Baseball Playoffs. What does Grapevine need to do tonight to start this series off right and go into tomorrow night up 1-0?
Well, to quote Coach Webster, this is coach's talk, but they really just need to keep doing what they've been doing all season. Pitch well, they throw strikes, keep the ball down. On defense, they need to make all the plays. That's one area that in the Brewers series they didn't play as well defensively as they had most of the season. And then keep getting on base, whether it be by walk or hitting the ball. The Mustangs have been putting up runs all season. Usually 7-8 runs a game. So they in the playoffs, you typically are going to face better pitching, so you may only scratch for 4 or 5. But if you have that good pitching and good defense, that's enough to win. And I was able to catch up with Coach Webster before the game, and we talked about a little bit about the Brewers series, what we know about this Joshua team, and also the exciting finish that we had to Game 2 in that Brewers series. So we're going to cut to that interview here and let you hear what Coach Webster had to say. This is Jeff Knipper with Mustang Baseball Live on Tradio, and I've got Coach Jimmy Webster with me. First of all, Coach, congratulations on the opening series win over a tough Brewer team. Any final thoughts on that series?
Well, hats off to Brewer. They played very, very well. They were very passionate and emotional, and they backed it up with some good baseball. I thought they defended very well. They pitched well. They got timely hits. We were fortunate to get out of there.
And this series will be against Joshua. Can you share just a little bit about what you and your coaching staff know about the Joshua squad?
Really athletic. They do a good job offensively of taking what you give them, and they're around the zone, not overpowering on the mound, but can throw strikes with 2 to 3 pitches. So it's a team that we're going to have to go beat. Like we can't kick the ball around, can't walk guys. We've got to go play the game and go try to beat a team like this.
Okay.
And I don't know if that makes sense or not, but they're a quality club.
Yeah, well, I noticed they won their district, and in fact, I think they only lost maybe 1 game in their district. We had a wet start to the week. Monday and Tuesday were really wet. And tell me how that affected the Mustangs' preparation for this series.
Not as much as you might think it would if we were early in the year or early in district. We're just trying to stay sharp right now. So cutting practice a little bit isn't the worst thing to happen. But we're an outdoor sport. We want to be outside. We were fortunate enough to finally get batting practice just now out on the field for the first time since last Friday. So that was good to be back out.
Oh, good to hear that. And finally, Coach, my last question. This is something that I know Mustang Nation wants to know is have you any lingering aches and pains from the spill you took late in the second game as you were rounding Collin Park in for the winning run?
You didn't ask me what happened, but here's what happened. They had been playing us kind of out of position all game.
I noticed that in the outfield.
And we couldn't make the first out at either third on a ground ball up the middle that the pitcher gets, or if I send it back. So immediately off the bat, I had to kind of wait because shortstop might be shading the middle. It gets through, so I'm starting to wave Collin, and I look up, and that center fielder has cut it down. He's attacking that ball hard. And I just tried to plant and make a decision, and my foot never planted. I just went over, and as the whole thing's happening, I'm thinking, he's going to collide with me. And they're going to call him out for us making contact with each other. So as bad as it was, it could have been worse.
Yeah, well, it was a wet turf in your defense, Coach. There was some other slips that day, but it was an exciting finish to the game, and a heck of a slide by Collin, I thought, to avoid that tag, because the ball, I think, beat him just by a split second to the plate.
And I asked Collin about it, and because Connor Ray was behind home, kind of directing him like he's supposed to be.
Oh, good deal.
And I said, was it Connor that told you where you needed to go, or the placement of the catcher? And he said, I saw the catcher kind of drop step to get a big hop up the third baseline a little bit, so I just darted to the left. And fortunately for me, from the angle I had since I was on the ground, I had a perfect angle of the slide too, and it was a good one.
Yeah. Well, Coach, thanks for your time, and good luck tonight, and go Mustangs.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
The officials for this game have been mutually agreed upon by school officials
Derek,
for both schools. Their role is not unlike those of players,
okay,
school administrators. Without them, this game would not
I hope everyone
their knowledge and application of the rules are a result.
Hope everyone enjoyed the interview with Coach Webster.
Participation in clinics that further refine their understanding of the game. We ask you as students, parents, and citizens to demonstrate the kind of respect for these officials you would extend to any.
Okay, I hope everyone enjoyed the interview with Coach Webster.
This means that you as a fan should not criticize the players.
They can hear us. They can hear us. We just can't hear each other.
Okay. Coach Webster and I had a bit of a laugh there at the end of the interview, but he pointed out something I wasn't aware of. He had to shift down the line to get a better view of the shortstop, and it was a wet turf, so in Coach's defense, he wasn't the only one who slipped down that night. But all in good spirit, because the Mustangs won a thriller 8-7 in 11 innings. But moving on to tonight, let's go ahead and talk about the starting lineups, Hunter, because the Mustangs have changed things up a little bit here in Game 1. We're going to have Luke Esquivel on the mound tonight. Last week we started Ben Chin in Game 1 of that series, but tonight Luke gets the start. And Luke pitched very well in Game 2, went 6 innings, and then his brother came in to finish that game. But Luke pitched really well and held the Brewers in check, and it was just a hard-fought win thanks to, again, the pitching and some timely hitting. The rest of the lineup for the Mustangs is about the same. We'll see Zach Goldstein batting second in center field. We'll see Jarrett Boswell, as usual, at first base, batting third. In the cleanup role, as usual, we got Lolly playing third base. In the 5-hole, we have Gianni Corral behind the plate. In the 6th spot, we've got Brady Boozer in center field. In the 7-hole, we've got Colin Park playing second base. And then we have Thomas Powers in the DH spot tonight. And then out in left field tonight, we have Derek Duong. So that's your Mustang starting lineup. And Hunter, why don't you take us through the Owls lineup?
Yeah, the Joshua Owls are led by head coach Albert Carzales. Leading off, number 4, Nate Chittum, playing shortstop tonight. Batting second is number 23, Hank Berkner. Batting third, number 1, Gavin Massey, playing first base. Batting fourth in cleanup, number 14, Trevor Hernandez. He's also catching behind the plate tonight. Batting fifth is number 21, Hunter Strebick. He will be playing over at second base tonight. Batting sixth, number 9, Landon Lilligore. Batting seventh, number 5, Thomas Rodriguez. He's in center. Batting eighth, number 22, Callan Weisenat. He's the DH for tonight, the person that will round it out for the Joshua Owls. Batting ninth, number 2, Cooper Bosher, who's also playing in left field. Jackson Philpott, the starting pitcher for the Joshua Owls. And once again, they are led by head coach Albert Carzales. So these Joshua Owls, very great regular season. As we mentioned, won their district over there. Burleson finished second in that district, and Burleson's got a great team as well. So starting intros going on right now. Grapevine taking the field, and Grapevine is the away team, so they will be batting first tonight. And we're going to go ahead and swing it to the national anthem here at Boswell High School. We'll be right back.
Number 6, Oakley Boatman. Number 7, Trey Everett. Number 8, Landon Nix. Number 10, Renee Torres. Number 11, Kason Teaton. Number 12, Braden Payne. Number 13, Kason Cobb. Number 15, Alex Rubalcaba. Number 16, Kay Boone. Number 17, Colton Burks. Number 18, Brody Walls. Number 19, Dylan Rogers. Number 20, Cody Rogers. Number 24, Xavier Grijalva. Number 25, Drake Hatcher. And number 26, Andy Alvaran. Batting first, number 4, Nate Chittum. Batting second, the right fielder, number 23, Hank Berkner. Batting third, first baseman, number 1, Gavin Massey. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 14, Trevor Hernandez. Batting fifth, second baseman, number 21, Hunter Strebick. Batting sixth, third baseman, number 9, Landon Lilligore. Batting seventh, center fielder, number 5, Thomas Rodriguez. Batting eighth, the DH, number 22, Calvin Wisenant. Batting ninth, the left fielder, number 2, Cooper Bosher. And Joshua's pitcher, number 3, Jackson Philpott. The coach of the Owls, Albert Carzales. Assistant coach, Zach Allen. Now, if everyone would please rise, and gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Hunter, the first thing I noticed about this Owls team is they're all blonde. And not only the players, but the coaches went blonde also. So quite a bit of team unity they're displaying here.
You got to love that.
We've seen South Lake do that for quite a few years, but you got to appreciate the coach's commitment there. A little bit about the starting pitcher for the Owls, Jackson Philpott. I looked at their district games, and Jackson seems to be their ace on the staff. His numbers are a little bit better than the second starter that we'll probably see tomorrow, Cody Rogers. Jackson is a sophomore and throws mid-80s. Coach Webster talked about in his interview, their pitching's not really overpowering, but they throw a lot of strikes, and Jackson has good numbers. In fact, most of his district starts were only a run or two allowed with a few shutouts tossed in. So Mustang hitters will be challenged tonight, but I do like the matchup for the Mustangs with a right-hander on the mound.
That's one thing you said. You mentioned that Coach had mentioned that the Joshua Owls throw a lot of strikes. Anything can happen when you throw strikes. You don't want to walk guys, give guys free passes to first base. So this Joshua team, a team that has won a lot of ball games this year, it will be interesting to see how they face against the 27-2 Grapevine Mustangs. Excited to be alongside you tonight, Jeff. As you mentioned, leading off tonight for the Mustangs is number 1, Luke Esquivel, who's also pitching tonight.
Yeah, and it should be a pitcher's night. The wind's blowing in from right field. This field is bigger than the field we played last week at Richland, about 10 to 15 feet farther down the line, about 30 feet deeper in the gap, and about 30 feet deeper in center field. So, quite honestly, I'll be shocked if anyone gets out of here to right field tonight. Someone may possibly turn on one to left, and the wind's a little more favorable for that. But, Mustangs are not really swinging for the fences. We did have a home run in the last series at Richland. Connor Ray hit a home run, but they're primarily gap hitters, so that's not a good night to be swinging for the fences.
Not at all. Here comes Luke Esquivel. His first battle against number 3, Jackson Philpott, who's on the mound for the Owls tonight. First pitch in this one is just low for ball 1. First pitch at 7:33 out here in Boswell. Pioneer Stadium is the spot. Philpott's pitch bounces in the dirt, and an early 2-0 count here for Grapevine.
Go, Luke, find a hole, find a gap.
Yeah, Luke's done a great job all year in that leadoff spot, getting on base, and certainly can do damage with the bat, but has a good eye at the plate.
That caught the bottom of the zone for strike 1. Luke didn't agree with that one. 2-1 here. Pitch to the plate, breaking ball, and it hits the pitcher, Philpott. Throw will be just in time to get Esquivel for out number 1. So an interesting little play there for Joshua, but they get the job done. Nice job by Owls second baseman Hunter Strebeck to get it over to Gavin Massey for the first out of this one.
Yeah, Strebeck did a good job getting rid of that ball. Luke gets down the line pretty well, but one thing Coach Webster mentioned is this Joshua team is athletic, and we saw that right there on that play made by the second baseman.
And the ball hit directly to first base on a 1-hop. Easy work there for Gavin Massey. And 2 quick outs here for Jackson Philpott.
Yeah, just tough luck for Zach. Hit that ball right on the nose, but right at that first baseman who made a nice 1-hop pickup.
And now looking to do some damage here with 2 outs is the Boz, Jarrett Boswell. Playing in the grounds of his namesake. And low for ball 1.
Yeah, Jared had a good series against Brewer.
Grapevine wearing their red uniforms tonight. White pants. The kick to pitch. High fly ball to right field. On his horse is the right fielder. That's going to get behind him. It got behind Berkner. Rounding second. On his way to third is Boz. He's got to get down. Was he there in time? He was. Garrett Boswell A 2-out triple here in the top of the first.
Wow, that was a close play at third base. They made a nice relay. That right fielder misplayed that ball a little bit, but Jared hit it well. It landed right in front of the warning track.
Nice job by Berkner to get it in, but the damage was already done. Nice job by Boswell getting around the bases.
Yeah, aggressive right there going for third.
Here comes Lolly Esquivel batting cleanup tonight. And on third base.
Yeah, Lolly comes into tonight hitting somewhere in the neighborhood of 470.
And a swing and a miss there. On pitch one, nice breaking ball there by Philpott. Lolly trying to give the Mustangs an early 1-0 lead. Shot down the third base side. Easy work there for the third baseman for Joshua, Nice play there by Landon Lilligore. But Grapevine can't capital on a 2-out triple by the Boz, and we're headed to the bottom of the first here in Boswell. We'll be right back. Esquivel's second pitch of the night is fouled back behind him. It's a 1-1 count.
Yeah, just looking at the Owls' last series against South Hills, they put up 11 on the board in Game 1 and put up 8 on the board in Game 2. So they are coming off some strong offense.
Now it's outside for ball 2 on the night. Two-one pitch from the lefty is low for ball 3, and Esquivel's got himself into an early 3-1 count. Joshua Owls in their white uniforms tonight, outlined with that royal blue. This one's fouled back behind, and a full count here on the first at-bat of the night for Nate Chittum.
Yeah, good job right there by Luke finding the strike zone to make it a full count on a foul ball.
Esquivel high for ball 4, and the Joshua Owls started off with a 6-pitch walk. Here comes Hank Berkner, wearing number 23 for the Owls. No outs here in the bottom of the first. 0-0 ball game. Now the sun's not out or anything, but it feels like a really good night for baseball out here in Boswell.
Yeah, it's a cool night. I'm glad I brought this pullover.
Yeah, me too. Breaking ball in there for strike one on Berkner.
Yeah, good pitch. He definitely wasn't looking for that breaking pitch. Not much of a lead over at first base.
0-1 pitch, and he's chopping at wood there for strike two. Great pitch there by Esquivel.
Yeah, good high fastball. I wouldn't mind coming back in the same spot or maybe a little higher here, 0-2.
Esquivel, one of the aces on this Grapevine staff, breaking ball, and he missed low for ball one. Gianni Corral behind the plate for the Mustangs tonight. 1-2 pitch, and
wow.
Grapevine fans thought that was a strike, and I'd probably agree with them.
Yeah, must have just missed outside. Gianni didn't move the mitt much. We got a bit of a scare last week in game two. Gianni took a bat off the arm as well as a pitch, I think, in the rib cage, and actually had to come out of the game. But there it is.
2-2 pitch. Backwards K here for his first out of the night. Beautiful
great
pitch by
curveball
Esquivel.
right there to freeze him, get him looking. Now I look back at their last game, and Gavin Massey had quite the game. He went 3 for 3 in that game with 3 RBIs, and one of those hits left the yard. So definitely maybe be a little careful here. He's coming in on a bit of a tear. And, of course, he's a 3-hole hitter, which tells you he's expected to be one of their best hitters.
Esquivel, weak throw over to first just to check in on Chittum.
Really good crowd out here at Boswell. They've made the trip from Joshua as well as Grapevine, and it was a bit of a hike over here this afternoon.
Low for ball one to Massey. Yeah, you wouldn't expect this big of a crowd, especially on a school night. But both of these teams have packed it out here, expecting a very packed out crowd tomorrow night. Friday night game here for game 2 of this 3-game series. This pitch fouled, dribbled over to the left side. Even it up at 1-1.
Boswell used to be in our district, and fortunately they're not in our district anymore because this drive over here at 5 o'clock in the afternoon is no fun.
No. High pitch there and got him swinging. Another beautiful pitch there by Luke Esquivel.
Yeah, that good high fastball, hard to catch up with it.
1-2 count here. Esquivel looking for a second out of the inning, and he puts a lot more effort into this throw over to first, but back in time is Chittum.
Looks like he has stretched out a bit. That's probably why Luke threw over.
1-2 pitch, Esquivel. This one is lined to right field, and Boozer is there to make the play for the second out of the inning for the Mustangs.
Yeah, that ball was well hit, fortunately right at Brady.
That was a hard hit ball too.
Yeah. Outfield is playing fairly shallow, but again, the wind is going to make it tough to really challenge the fence tonight.
Two outs, runner on first here for Esquivel, and he checks back over on Chittum. Esquivel sets and deals, and a breaking ball. He got him golfing in the dirt. It's 0-1. Trevor Hernandez up to the plate for Joshua now, the cleanup batter.
Luke's done a good job here early mixing up speeds.
0-1 pitch right at the knees.
Yeah,
Didn't
great
see much
spot.
of a signal there from the home plate umpire, but it is strike two. Great spot there.
Yeah, he kind of disguised the strike call. A lot of foul territory here. We saw that as well at Richland. So there's going to be balls that are played here in foul territory that normally would be in the dugout.
0-2 pitch here to Hernandez, and another throw over to first base. We'll throw to the plate this time, and a half-check swing ends up in a foul ball over near the Grapevine dugout.
It's an interesting bat Hernandez is using. It almost looks like a wood bat, the coloring, but nobody's swinging a wood bat here in a high school game. Be a major disadvantage.
Make it a lot harder on you. They got him in a pickle here. Throw it out to second, and
call the ball.
Let's see. Yeah, it is going to be a balk. You're right, Jeff.
Yeah. I think they said Luke had started towards the plate, and then.
So free base there for Nate Chittum. Good job by him being ready to steal as soon as he saw Esquivel going to the plate. Ends up in a balk.
Yeah, the runner was, I looked like just breaking on movement, just kind of taking a gamble that he wouldn't come over.
Pitch gets away here, and there's going to be no throwdown. So in a matter of 2 plays, Chittum goes from first to third. Still a 1-2 count, 2 outs here in the inning.
Yeah, nobody hurt. Just go get the hitter and get that third out. Make him get a base hit to score.
Esquivel, 1-2 pitch. This one's lined into center field. Goldstein is there. He ranges to his right and makes the play. So no harm, no foul. We're headed to the top of the second. Grapevine and Joshua tied at 0 here on Radio. Back here in Boswell, Hunter Paris alongside Jeff Knipper. It's Grapevine and Joshua. Top of the second inning, still 0-0. Up to bat here for the Mustangs. Number 24, Gianni Corral, who's also catching tonight.
last numbers I saw, Gianni was hitting around 380 on the season.
Find a gap.
Breaking ball pitch lined up the middle. Great effort by the shortstop there for Joshua, but it gets in there for a base hit. Nice job. Nobody able to make that play, and Grapevine's got a runner on first with no outs here in the inning.
Yeah, looks like he's walking fine, but took a bit of a spiel there around in the bag.
Now batting for Mustangs, number 9, Brady Boozer.
Got Connor McDermott coming in as a courtesy runner for Gianni, and we've seen Connor in that role all season.
Always great when you can get your catcher on base and get a speedster to tag him out. Stepping in here is Boozer. Brady Boozer shows bunt. It's fouled back.
Front, B, out in front.
Brady had a triple in game 1 of the last series and scored a run late to give us a little bit more insurance. And then in game 2, had several walks and seemed like he was on base all night.
Go B.
Hear that Grapevine dugout throwing out the booze for Boozer. Breaking ball pitch outside for ball 1. 1-1 count here on Brady Boozer now.
Give him a lot of room down that right field line. Oh, that's
And
an
a high
overthrow.
pitch, yeah. He checks in
He should be coming 3.
on Corral. Corral around second. He's going to third. Ball is still in play, and they finally get it back in the infield here. But Gianni Corral takes advantage of a big Joshua Owl mistake, and he's on third base.
Yeah, that's a situation where all that foul territory creates a long distance for that outfielder or first baseman to run that ball down. So anything that gets by that first baseman on a pickoff throw is probably going to turn into a 2-base error.
That's exactly what you saw there. Nice job by Corral taking advantage. And Boozer with a good opportunity for an RBI here with no outs. He watches the breaking ball pitch go right down the plate for strike 2.
The Owls have their infield in on the grass, so they're expecting a low-scoring game. They're going to try and cut down that run here in the second inning. Sometimes you might play back early in the game, but I think they're looking for a pitcher's battle.
Low in the dirt here. Nice job by Trevor Hernandez to get in front of that one.
Yeah, good block. Because, again, if that ball gets by him, there's a lot of room behind the plate, and there's no way you're going to get that runner from third.
My apologies. It is McDermott, Connor McDermott over at third base, who subbed out Corral after he had a nice single to lead off the inning. Here's a 2-2 pitch, and nice pitch there by Philpott, who gets Brady Boozer down on strike.
Mustangs, number 5, Colin Park.
Here comes number 5, Colin Park.
Collins scored that winning run in game 2, and I believe he also had 3 hits that night, so he comes in on quite a roll. Tough pitch there that Brady swung at with 2 strikes, low and away.
First pitch here to Park is outside for a ball, 1-0. First 3 half innings have all featured a runner on third base. Nobody's gotten home yet, still knotted at 0. Grapevine with 2 hits. Hard hit ball down the right field line and foul.
Yeah, good idea right there by Colin trying to shoot it down the line, but just a little bit tardy on that swing.
As you mentioned, Jeff, a lot of real estate down both lines here. Foul territory. 1-1 pitch to Park, and it's in there for a strike.
That is one thing about a bigger field. It does create more room to cover out there. You think, well, hey, you're not going to score as much on a bigger field, but that's more room for the outfielders to cover in the gap and down the line.
1-2 pitch coming from Philpott. And Park watches it go outside for ball 2. Good at bat here from Colin Park. 2-2 pitch, one out in the inning. Park, they got him on a breaking ball. Great pitch by Philpott, back-to-back strikeout.
Yeah, that was a good pitch right there, 2-2.
Number 4, Thomas Powers.
Here comes the DH, Thomas Powers.
Thomas drove in that winning run in Game 2 last Friday night, so it'd be great to see a big 2-out hit right here. They're going to back the infield up, of course, with 2 outs.
Powers, the senior. First pitch to him, it's low for ball 1. Boswell can't believe it. Or, excuse me, Joshua can't believe it.
Yeah, Philpott wanted that call right there, and looks like a pretty hard slider he's got. There's not a whole lot of a velocity change between that and his fastball.
No. 1-0 pitch. Nice job by Powers to watch that one away. It's 2-0.
Looks like they're being a little careful here with Thomas with a base open and 2 outs.
2-0 pitch right down the pipe for strike 1.
Go Powers. All yours, all yours.
Grapevine not trying to squander this opportunity. Had a runner on third with no outs.
Yeah, you really hate to miss something.
Hard hit ball. This is going foul and out of the ballpark.
You get a runner to third base and nobody out, you almost just assume you're going to push it across. But Philpott's done a great job here getting 2 big strikeouts.
Two-two pitch here. Philpott, he got him swinging. 3 straight strikeouts.
Yeah,
Joshua.
another good hard slider right there.
Joshua's fired up here as we head to the bottom of the second. Still not at 0 on radio.
They call it the big time. Got your name in lights. Now you're gonna shine. Got them in your sights.
Back here in Boswell, bottom of the second inning. Grapevine unable to capitalize on that earlier runner at third base in the last half inning, and now trying to get 3 quick outs before heading back to the net. Nice strike 1 pitch there by Esquivel.
Good curveball to get ahead.
And another great breaking ball pitch, and he's got him down 0-2 early. Hunter Strebick, the batter here for the Owls.
Yeah, he was way out in front of that one. He probably didn't suspect back-to-back curveballs.
And this one hit him, hit his foot. So 0-2, that's just not what you want to see if you're a Grapevine fan. When you hit the batter.
Yeah, you bail him out there in an 0-2 spot.
Not batting for the Owls, number 9, Landon Lilliborn.
Up to bat now, Landon Lilligore.
Straybeck is their shortstop, so I'm guessing he can run. They're going to try a bunt. Goes foul.
That almost got up into the stands.
So at least the way this game started, you kind of understand the Owls trying to play small ball and push a run across, because it looks like it's going to be a pitcher's battle.
Go, Luke.
A 1 pitch here, and they lay the bunt down again. It's foul. Neither of these two teams early on have been able to get bunts across into fair play. And now the bunt's probably off the table here if you're Joshua.
Hindsight's always 20/20, but now with that runner at third, it almost makes me wish we had tried to squeeze.
Right. Esquivel, 0-2 pitch, got him golfing in the dirt. Another strikeout for Luke Esquivel.
Coming in with a heavy dose of curveballs in this inning, so probably the Mustangs have scouted Joshua a bit and like that pitch, attacking at least the middle of their lineup.
Thomas Rodriguez, the center fielder, coming over, and he's going to get a word from his third base coach here.
Typically with 1 out, you wouldn't expect a bunt here, but you never know if he might try and bunt for a base hit.
Both great pitchers dueling it out tonight.
As he squares early.
You called it, Jeff.
No, I wasn't looking for it, though.
And that's high. He's definitely not going to put the bunt out on that one.
Yeah, he was looking to get Lolly in and slash something, is what it appears. Very short lead at first base.
You're going to check in on him over there. Esquivel's done a good job checking back on his runners here in the first 2 innings.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous anytime you throw to first, because you know
we saw it last inning.
It could be a 2-base error.
Almost the exact same pitch he threw for ball 1. He throws for ball 2 there, high.
Back
2-0 count with 1 out here in the bottom of the second.
Joshua's coach looked like he had something in mind there, was trying to get the runner's attention.
High fly ball into foul territory, and a nice job by Grapevine Garrett Boswell to range over there and make the second out of the inning.
Yeah, that ball is normally out of play, but again, all that room in foul territory gives you some outs that you might not normally get.
That is not an easy play. Boswell just made right up on the fence.
Yeah, especially with the first baseman. I can tell you from experience, those fly balls with the first baseman have a way of popping out.
Oh, yeah. Esquivel breaking pitch, and that's low for a ball.
Come on, Blue, that's right there. Come on.
Here the Mustang fans wanted that strike call right there.
Esquivel checks back over his runner on first base.
This is the spot with 2 outs where they ran last inning, so yeah, keep an eye on that runner at first.
Callan Wisenat, the DH, is batting for Joshua here. He watches one fly right by him. Even it up at 1-1.
Yeah, good fastball right there by Luke.
Runner takes off here.
He got
swing
him.
And got him down. Did he get him? He did. What a throw down to second base by Gianni Corral to Connor Ray. You're watching Grapevine Mustang baseball here live on radio. We'll be right back from Boswell.
strength in our blood. You're one of us. You're one of us. We are legendary. We are not ordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. We are legendary. Living extraordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. You will remember our names. You will remember our names.
Got Connor Ray leading off the top of the third inning for the Mustangs, and I mentioned earlier Connor hit a home run in that game 2 of the Brewer series, and it was a huge home run. The Mustangs were down 4-2 at the time, and that evened the score up at 4 in that game.
Connor Ray fouls this one out of play. Top of the third here in Boswell.
Get out of
Another
here.
foul ball. All the way out of here and behind the second fence here at this Boswell Stadium.
Yeah, this is a bigger park here than we played in at Richland, so Connor needs to hit some line drives down tonight. It's going to be hard to – he could definitely burn the right fielder, but going to be hard to clear the fence at least to right field tonight.
1-2 pitch here to Connor Ray, and he watches it flail out for a ball. 2-2 count now. Connor Ray batting ninth. Derek Duong will bat 10th behind him. Hard hit ball here into center field. This might be trouble. Ranging back, and a great play there by Thomas Rodriguez of Joshua.
Yeah, Connor put a charge in that ball, but
Next up for the Mustangs, number
the ball's just
one,
not going to carry that well tonight.
Here's Luke Esquivel. Esquivel puts the charge into one and hits it into center field for a one-out single.
Good swing right there by Luke. Just took that down pitch down around the knees and drove it up the middle.
Some solid contact here. These Grapevine Mustangs are getting in on Philpott here in this top of the third inning.
Yeah, we got a courtesy runner for Luke. That's Jack Pettigrew into run for Luke.
Pettigrew on first. And Goldstein, who's in the 2-hole tonight.
Zach hit that ball hard to first in his first at bat with that first baseman holding the runner. He might be able to shoot it through the hole.
First pitch here for Philpott to Goldstein is in their first strike.
Al's third baseman's in on the grass, possibly expecting a bunt.
1-0 pitch and a great job by Philpott getting him to swing at it in the dirt.
Keep moving. Hey, you seen it now. Oh, Zach, get back in there.
Yeah, tough spot here, 0-2.
Oh-2 pitch hit hard into center field, and it's in there for a base hit. Esquivel's got to hold up at second. The runners on first and second here with only one out in the inning here for the Mustangs.
I'm fairly certain Al's coach didn't want that pitch in that spot with an 0-2 count, but Zach put a great swing on it and drove that ball up the middle. Just two Rockets back to back.
The runners on first and second. Here comes the Boz, Jarrett Boswell.
Jarrett triple in his first at bat. We could use another one of those.
Boz hits one hard into center field. Will it get down? No, it won't. It was a nice play there by Thomas Rodriguez, ranging up and to his right for the second out of the inning.
Now batting for the Mustangs.
Boy, both the outs in this inning have been hard enough to hit balls to left center. Center fielders made nice plays on them.
Let's go now, get your pitch.
Grapevine in danger of squandering this opportunity with 2 runners on first and second. But, I mean, if you're a Grapevine fan, you got to like what you see on these hard hit balls on Philpott this inning.
Yeah, they've squared up 4 balls now in this inning, and you got to believe some of those are going to start falling.
Here's Lolly Esquivel, excuse me. A check swing there. Did he go? Yes, he did for strike 1.
Sometimes we call him Lale because some of the road fans make that mistake, and Lolly is okay with it. So occasionally Trey will refer to him as Lale. Lale, yes, is the rally chant.
And a little dribbler here to third base. It's going to be a hard play, and Lolly is retired over at first base. And Joshua, after getting in a little bit of trouble right there, Philpott works his way out. You're watching Grapevine Mustang Baseball here live on Tradio, bottom of the third. Back here, it's the bottom of the third here in Boswell. Joshua up to bat. Here's number 22, Callan Wisenat.
He was at the plate when the last inning ended on the runner caught stealing.
We start this at bat, swinging, great pitch there by Luke Esquivel.
Yeah, didn't really get a chance to talk about that throw from Gianni. Just a laser to second base to get that runner who had good speed.
Another great pitch there by Esquivel. Got him to go around, and now it's 0-2. This one's fouled right back into the netting. Good job by Wisenat.
Pretty much standing room only out here. We were getting kind of infringed upon by the standing crowd on the on the Joshua side.
Backwards K here for Esquivel. Second one of those of the night.
Next up for the Owls.
One out, an early out here for Grapevine, and here comes Cooper Bosher for the Joshua Owls batting in that 9-hole.
Yeah, Luke painted that outside corner right there to that left-handed hitter.
Hard hit ball down the first base side and just foul. The Boz was ready for it, though.
One thing we didn't mention is we got a 4-man umpiring crew tonight, so no problem seeing balls down the line. Last week we had a 3-man crew, but it appears from here on out we'll have a 4-man crew.
Pitch just inside there, even up the count at 1-1.
Yeah, you look at the scoreboard out there right now, Hunter, and the Mustangs have 4 hits, but unfortunately no runs to show for it. The Owls don't have a hit yet.
Pitch over the plate. Grapevine wanted a strike. Probably a good job there by Bosher to sell. He thought it was a little bit inside, and it's a 2-1 count now. Hard hit ball into left center field. This one's going to get down for an extra base hit. Goldstein's on his horse. He hits his cutoff man. But a good job, a great piece of hitting there by Cooper Bosher for a stand-up 1-out double.
Yeah, that's their 9-hole hitter right there with a double in the left field gap. And remind me not to say that they don't have a hit again, because, boy, they changed that in a hurry.
Esquivel still in a good spot. Just gave up his first run of the night, but he's had runners on the bases in all 3 innings here. One by hit by pitch, one by walk.
Yeah, that is true. They have threatened, but couldn't get a hit to push anything across.
Breaking ball pitch in there for a strike. Very delayed strike call that this home plate umpire has.
And it's not a whole lot of motion involved.
Esquivel looks back and delivers to home plate. This one is just foul. Liley's going to toss it off to his brother, and they'll try it again here at 0-2.
I can guarantee you that home plate ump is not going to be asked to umpire any Savannah Bananas games. Have you seen the way those guys make the call?
Yes.
They do quite a dance, theatrical out or strike when it's called.
Yeah, he's not very enthusiastic like those Bananas umps, that's for sure. Those games so hard to get into. I mean, there's a wait list for tickets, and
they're coming to Frisco, I believe, in September. I'm hoping to get to a game.
There you go. I can't imagine that's going to be standing room only out there, especially in that AA ballpark.
Yeah.
0-2 count now. Chittum trying to fight. And this one's low for a ball. And it's a 1-2 count.
Good job by Gianni keeping that ball in front. You definitely want to keep that runner at second base and not let him get to third with only 1 out. That ball bounced at about 58 feet.
And inside and low for ball 2.
Chittum walked in his first at bat, so we weren't able to retire him in the first inning.
Luke's going to step off here and regroup. 2-2 count here. Big at bat here early in this one.
Yeah, the way the game started right now, it seems like any run is going to be huge.
He steps off again and checks back at second base to Bosher.
Go, Luke, get him right here now.
Wouldn't mind seeing that breaking pitch. He's had a good one so far tonight.
Esquivel delivers, and it's low for ball 3. So 3 straight balls after having him down 0-2.
Looks like we're shading Chittum to the right side, so maybe expect him to be a little bit late.
3-2 count, breaking ball pitch, dribbler over to second base. Easy work there for Colin Park, and it's a low throw. Joshua's going to take an early 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the third on the error by the Mustangs.
Yeah, tough play right there, charging it, and Chittum got down the line well, but still a play that Colin should make. I think he had actually a little bit more time than he thought. and just threw that ball in the
Next up for the Owls, number
dirt.
23, Hank Berkner.
Jarrett couldn't come up with it on the hop.
Never a good start to the inning when you let the 9-hole hitter on base. And
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, Bosher deserved to be on base with the way he battled in that at-bat and lined it into left center. But early 1-0 lead.
Good clean double for sure. It was a good curveball that Luke threw there, and was just not good contact, but it was a tough play. But again, one the Mustangs normally make.
Hank Berkner now up for the Owls, and he dribbles this one to the first base side. And foul. 0-1 count.
Luke did strike out Berkner in his first at bat.
Bunt here down the third base side, and it's going to stay foul. That was very, very close.
Yeah. I thought Lolly was going to play it initially, and it would have been a very tough out to get at first base. Good job right there, letting that one go foul and getting a glove on it.
I'd say there's a very good chance, even with how good Lolly Esquivel is over there at third base. I think there's a very good chance there'd be runners on first and third right there if that ball was fair.
Yeah, that would have been a very tough play to make.
0-2 pitch here. Did he get him swinging? And not even very delayed for the umpire to send it over to the third base umpire.
Yeah, I think that was the right call. He didn't make much of an attempt at it.
Yeah. There's 1-2. Joshua trying to do a little bit more damage here. Up 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. That's right at the knees, and they call it a ball.
That's a strike all day. Come on.
Didn't miss by much because, again, Gianni didn't like he moved that mitt, but may have been setting up just off the plate.
Esquivel kicks and fires. Breaking ball. He got him swinging. 2 outs in the inning now. Big strikeout there by Luke Esquivel.
Yeah, dangerous hitter right here in Massey. He had a hard out to right field in his first at bat, and I mentioned his last game just torched the ball 3 for 3 with a home run in that game 2 of the series against South Hill.
Breaking ball pitch here for a ball. First pitch to Gavin Massey. Massey wearing number 1 here for the Owls.
2 outs, so the infield, even if they can't make the play, definitely needs to try and keep that ball in the infield.
Breaking ball pitch fired across the plate for strike 1.
Yeah, Luke's done a great job throwing strikes for that curveball tonight.
Beautiful skies here in the outfield out here in Boswell.
Yeah, that is some great colors.
Esquivel's 1-1 pitch right at the knees. And ball 2 is the call.
Yeah, that one must have missed out. Didn't look like it missed by much.
Two 2-1 pitch here by Esquivel. Fired down the third base side and foul.
Take a pitch, let's go. Go, Luke. Take a pitch.
2-2 count, 2 outs here. Grapevine trying to get out of the inning and limit this damage. Esquivel's pitch fired into left center field.
Yeah,
Goldstein's on his horse, and he's not going to get there. RBI stand-up double for Joshua, and a great piece of hitting there by Gavin Massey.
Yeah, I mentioned Massey's last game in the series against South Hills, and he's come out tonight and just hit 2 balls hard. Definitely would like to face him with no runners on base.
Hernandez, the catcher tonight, now steps into the batter's box, batting cleanup. Trying to extend this Joshua lead. Esquivel high for ball 1.
Just too much room out there in the gap to cover there. That was well placed between Thomas and Zach. And also hit on a line, probably about 340.
Yeah, that ball was cranked. 1-0 pitch. Fired back. 1-1 count.
Good fastball right there by Lou.
Esquivel trying to limit the damage here. Giving up 2 earned runs in this inning. Breaking ball pitch. Was in there for strike 2.
Never can be certain, though, with that call from the umpire. That was.
I mean, he takes his sweet time back there, Jeff.
It's a very slight movement he gives.
It's a 3 to 5 second process for him to show any sort of movement back there. 1-2 pitch. Line to Colin Park. He makes a sliding move and fires it over to first in time to Jarrett Boswell to get Joshua retired for the last out of the inning. You're watching Mustang Baseball live here on Tradio. We'll be right back for the top of the 4th inning. Grapevine down 2-0.
Don't get it twisted. We're on a mission to live life legendary. Yeah, we are legendary. We are legendary. We are not ordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. We are legendary. Living extraordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. Thin our blood. You're one of us. You're one of us. There's strength in our blood. You're one of us. You're one of us. We are legendary. We are not ordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. We are legendary. Living extraordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. You will remember our names. You will remember our names.
We'll welcome you back in here to Pioneer Stadium as Grapevine finds themselves down 2-0 after a nice job by Joshua to string together 2 hits there. They were hitless up coming into the 3rd inning.
The Mustangs did rally from 2 down twice last Friday night, so this is a spot where they at least recently didn't panic and were able to rally.
Gianni Corral, hard hit ball over the third base. This could be a tough play, but a beautiful play for the Owls. That's Landon Lilligore making the nice play, extending over to his left. Want to give a big shout out to Mustang fan Patrick Hall, who's tuned in out there. Just graduated from Texas A&M today. A huge congratulations is in order to him. Rooting on the Mustangs here at the top of the fourth. Foul ball here coming right to us, Jeff. Watch out.
Yeah, it cleared the stands. Nobody really was eager to make a play on it. A lot of women up there, and we had one guy about 3 rows up reach out, but he didn't exactly make a valiant attempt.
We're rolling an error. 0-1 pitch here. High for ball 2 to Brady Boozer. And he pokes another one out of play here. 1-2 count.
Al's third baseman, Lilligore, has made a couple of nice plays that he's had to come and get and made good throws on the run.
And this is some deja vu right here. Pokes it over in the exact same spot he poked the last pitch into. Still 1-2 count here.
Yeah, he's kind of getting in Brady's kitchen a bit. Brady's a little tardy on it.
Philpott kicks and fires, breaking pitch, and it looked good right here, but 2-2 count now. May have been a little outside there, Jeff.
Well, I think Philpott agreed with you.
And retires Boozer here. Drop third strike. Boozer will give it some chase, but a nice job by Trevor Hernandez flipping it over to Gavin Massey for the second out of the inning.
Almost identical to the pitch he got Brady swinging on in the first at bat when there was a runner at third and less than 2 outs. Just a pitch down and away. He's never going to really be lucky to make contact.
Well, if you're an Owl fan, you kind of like what you're seeing this inning here from Jackson Philpott. Got touched up a little bit last inning. A lot of hard hit balls. Didn't allow a run, though. And this inning, he's flying through on his way to a 1-2-3 inning and trying to break that up is the 7-hole hitter, Colin Park.
Yeah, the Mustangs have had a runner at third base in the first 2 innings, but nothing to show for it.
Park, another swing and a miss there. It's a 1-1 count here. And he watches one flail in the dirt for a 2-1 count. Philpott taps the logo on his chest and says, "That's on me."
I'll tell you, Philpott definitely works the bottom half of that strike zone. I'm not sure I've seen him throw a ball over the belt, if even the thigh. Everything's down.
This pitch is outside, and Colin Park facing a 3-1 count here. Hitters count here for Park.
Might have him taken here just to get us a base runner.
Philpott kicks and fires, and he was swinging there and fouled it off.
Yeah, got a piece of the catcher right there. It never feels good in that area.
Hopefully Trevor Hernandez is okay.
Yeah, he was definitely swinging. Had a pretty good cut at it.
Dribbled and hit Hernandez in the inner thigh there. He looks to be okay. Colin checks in with the third base coach here for the Mustangs. Full count here for Colin Park. Trying to make something happen here with 2 outs. Philpott will step off and we'll do it again.
Yeah, it looks like him and his catcher are having a little bit of a disagreement on what pitch they want to throw.
3-2 pitch. It's outside for ball 4. And Colin Park is aboard with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. An opportunity here for Thomas Powers, the DH, to make some magic here.
Yeah, that was Philpott's first walk issued.
And high for ball one here against Powers. Mustangs trying to get that pitch count up. Get the Joshua Ace out of this ball game. That's in there for strike one.
Yeah, he's at 54 pitches right now. So in the top of the fourth inning with 2 outs, not really that high of a pitch count.
1-1 pitch. Fired it across the bottom of the zone, but just low. So it's a 2-1 count. Powers, hard hit ball right up the middle, and flipping it over to his second baseman is Nate Chittum to get the third and final out of the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the fourth. Grapevine still trails Joshua 2-0. You're watching Grapevine Mustang Baseball Live here on Tradio. Back here in the bottom of the fourth inning here at Pioneer Stadium out in Boswell. Joshua with a 2-0 lead. Joshua 2 runs on 2 hits and 1 error. Grapevine no runs, 4 hits and 1 error. Back to work goes Luke Esquivel. And in there for strike one goes against number 21, Hunter Strabeck. Pitch a little high there. 1-1 count here against Strabeck. Breaking ball pitch, dribble down the third base side. Going to be a tough play here for Lally. Fires it to first base, and it got past him. Thankfully, not too far, and a great job there by Mustangs catcher Gianni Corral to be backing him up right there to prevent extra bases.
Yeah, just a swing and bunt right there. Really nothing you can do with that.
It was a great effort there by Lally.
Definitely. Just looking at Luke's pitch count. See, he's now at 63 pitches here, just getting the fourth inning started. So he's significantly a little higher than where Philpott's pitch count is. Tough error right there. That's what the board's got.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure I agree with that, Jeff.
I don't either.
That's got to be an infield hit.
That's how I would score it.
I think even if Boswell over at first is able to make that catch, I still think he's safe.
Al squaring to bunt here, so with nobody out, that makes sense.
Esquivel sets, looks over to first base. He'll fire home and high for ball 3 here. So not what you want here if you're Luke Esquivel. Runner on first, no outs, and a 3-0 count at the plate.
Yeah, at least the Grapevine scorekeeper is calling that an hit.
As he should.
Yeah.
Good pitch there by Esquivel to get back in the count. It's 3-1. Still a hitter's count here for number 9, Landon Lilligore.
Yeah, you got to get him swinging here. Can't move that runner.
And he's showing bunt again. And Lilligore takes strike 2. He held back the bunt there on strike 2.
I think he was just trying to draw a ball, just trying to distract Luke. Didn't seem to want any part of a bunt there.
3-2 pitch. Fired to first base, and it's through. Obviously, Boswell would probably make that play if he wasn't holding the runner at first. Unfortunate there for Grapevine, and now there's runners on first and second with no outs.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Hunter. If he's back in his normal spot, he's going to make that play. Luke's going to cover first, and we get an out there. But when you're holding that runner and playing up about 25 feet, you just don't have that much range. We get a mound visit here from Coach Webster.
At this point in the ball game, if you're Coach Webster, you're probably just telling Esquivel just focus on throwing strikes to the plate and see what happens.
Yeah, he's really gotten some tough luck. They've only hit really 2 balls hard that I can think of. There's been a couple of chopper-type hits. Obviously, we misplayed that ball at second base. Luke hasn't pitched bad. He's just had some tough luck. And they're probably talking defense here, too. This is another bunting situation for the Owls. So we're going to talk about who's going to cover where in the event of a bunt.
Grapevine in a crucial situation right here, not trying to get down more than they are already. 2-0 is the score. No outs. Runners on first and second.
Owls are in the bottom third of their lineup, which again would suggest a bunt's more likely. Of course, their first hit they got, though, was their number 9 hitter.
Now, when you can get your 9-hitter on base, good things tend to happen.
Yeah, he squares early.
Esquivel will step off the plate. He's able to get this bunt down. Be good for the Owls. And this one is checked down to second there after he takes strike 1 is Rodriguez.
Boy, he was very close to stepping on the plate there, which should be an out.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Jeff.
He's crowding it already.
He's showing bunt again, and he's unable to get it down. It's strike 2. If you're Esquivel, this is where you want to be right now in this situation. At the plate, at least.
Strikeout would be big because you keep those runners where they're at.
Esquivel kicks and fires. It's dribbled to the shortstop, and a good job right there by Connor Ray. Just a little pop fly, lazy pop fly to Connor Ray, and he retires Rodriguez for the first out of the inning. Grapevine needed that one.
Yeah, Luke had him off balance, not much on that swing. He just kind of threw the barrel down there and hit a very soft line drive to Connor.
So 1 out in the inning here. Esquivel fires in strike 1 here to Callan Wisenat, the DH.
Yeah, good pitch right there on the outer half.
0-1 pitch, hit hard to Boozer. He fires over to second for 1. Double play is off the board, but Grapevine will gladly take that. They get the second out of the inning, and only 1 runner left on the bases. But unfortunately for Grapevine, he is on third base.
Yeah, good play right there by Jarrett Boswell. The ball wasn't hit hard enough to turn 2, but he got that lead runner at second base. At least you keep another run out of scoring position.
My apologies, that was Jarrett Boswell over to Connor Ray for the second out of the inning. Here comes Cooper Bosher, who had that stand-up double just an inning ago.
Yeah, I think that was a fastball he hit, so we may want to go at him with some breaking pitches. Exactly what they did on the first pitch, and well, the board's calling that a strike, but I didn't think that was a strike.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we get with this home plate umpire right here, the very lazy strike call. Runners at first and third. Correction there. Fires strike 2 right by him.
Yeah, definitely a swinging strike right there, and again, the board's sticking with 0-2.
I'm going to go with 0-2 as well. Umpire's not correcting it, not saying anything here. Esquivel steps on the off of the rubber here. And we'll try again. One pitch away from getting out of this inning untouched. Esquivel fires, and it's low. Good job right there by Gianni Corral to stay in front of that one.
Yeah, that ball was out in the right-handed batter's box, and good job by Gianni to slide out and get a glove on it.
One-two pitch. He got him swinging. Luke Esquivel had runners on first and second with nobody out, and he gets out untouched. 2-0 is the score. We're headed to the top of the fifth. You're watching Mustang Baseball Live here on Tradio. Back here for the top of the fifth inning, Hunter Paris alongside Jeff Knipper. Mustangs down 2-0 here to Joshua.
Connor hit a ball pretty well in his first at bat to left center that the center fielder ran down.
Takes this pitch outside for ball one.
This game's flying along. Here we are in the top of the fifth inning, and it already feels late.
Dribbled foul on the right side and evens out at 1-1. Be good for morale for this Mustangs team to scratch one back here. As we get deeper into this one, and that's a good start. Connor Ray lines one into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, good swing right there by Connor. We hit some balls like that. Luke's hit a ball like that at the middle.
Next up for the Mustangs, number 1, Luke Esquivel.
Good start to the fifth inning, though, getting that leadoff runner on.
Philpott sets. Great pitch right there for strike one. against Luke Esquivel. This is the guy you want up here if you're Grapevine. Top of the lineup coming up here, Jeff.
Yeah, Luke's hitting over 450 on the season.
Is that good? 450?
That'd be number 2 on the team to his brother.
Yeah, that is
Lolly.
crazy.
Lolly's hitting around 480.
Insane.
Yeah.
Hard hit, foul ball. Way out of this ballpark.
Yeah, that one's not coming back.
Can't imagine how many baseballs are in these trees behind us.
No doubt.
One-two pitch. Kicked out in front of the plate. 2-2 count now.
Great job by the catcher keeping that one in front.
Opportunity here for Esquivel. Try and get him some run support. And he swings and he missed it. He tipped it, but right into the glove of the catcher for the Owls, Trevor Hernandez.
Number 2, Zach Goldstein.
Here comes Goldstein. Running on first, one out.
Not sure what pitch he's throwing, but he's had a couple of our lefties swinging at that pitch down in the dirt away. It must really look enticing.
Mustangs out hitting these Owls 5-3, but find themselves in a 2-0 hole in the run department. This one's low for a ball, 1-0.
Zach had a single up the middle in his last at bat. That was when we led off that inning with back-to-back hits. Luke and then Zach.
Check swing here. Did he go around? The runner's going to go. Throw down, gets into the outfield. So nice job by Connor Ray to take advantage there. And he's on second with only one out.
Yeah, he didn't wait to see if the catcher was going to come up with that when he broke, when he saw that ball down in the dirt. And catcher still made a pretty good play on it, but Connor had a good jump. Get that runner in scoring position here.
Philpott fires to the plate, and this one's fouled back behind us once again.
That's 2 already in this inning that aren't coming back.
There is a box of baseballs, or there was a box of baseballs right below us here in this Joshua dugout. Going to have to go deep into that bag. 2-2 count, one out here. The top of the 5th inning. Grapevine still down 2-0. Runner on second base in the form of Ray. Jackson Philpott. Misfired down low.
Good eye right there, because that's that pitch we've swung at. It's just going to be really tough to do anything with that down there around the ankles.
Full count. It's low for ball 4. Grapevine's got a little rally going here with one out. Great eye there by Goldstein.
Yeah, good job battling right there and getting that base on balls. It's Philpott's second walk of the game.
Here comes the Boz, Jarrett Boswell, on the campus of the high school that has his namesake.
Say hi to Ott Boswell out there. I know Ott's got the game tuned in. That's Jarrett's grandpa.
Awesome.
Let's go, Jared.
High for a ball. 1-0 count.
Jarrett's had several extra base hits lately. We sure could use one right here.
Hard hit ball down the left field side and out of play. That sounded good off the bat.
Yeah, just a little bit late, but definitely was hit hard.
Crucial point in the game here for Grapevine. Philpott sets. 1-1 pitch. Hard hit ball out of play. There's another one into the trees.
Yeah, good swing right there. Looking out there in right field, I can tell that right fielder's definitely backed up a couple steps since the first inning.
And drive it. You can do it.
Jarrett burned him on that triple in the first inning.
One-two pitch, and how about another one into the trees, Jeff?
Yeah, good job battling off a tough pitch right there. Like a breaking pitch that Jarrett just fought it off.
Jarrett Boswell trying to make something happen here. Here comes another 1-2 pitch. Hard hit ball right to the shortstop. And everybody's back home safely.
Wow. Man. Shortstop went a long way to get that ball. He was up shading up the middle and got a good jump and just made that play on the run. Ball wasn't scorched, but a lot of times that ball is going to get through.
This PA announcer just called him Lale. Lale Esquivel comes up to bat here.
Hopefully that inspires him.
Let's go, Lyle. Stay back on it now.
Hard to believe that I'm saying this, but Lolly is a little bit due. He, I believe, went hitless in Game 2 of the series last Friday night. Of course, he also pitched like the last 5 innings of that game to secure the Mustangs win, but he is a little bit due at the plate.
Runners on first and second. Pitch to Lally is in there for a strike. 0-1 count here. Grapevine trying to make something happen here. Trying to scratch one back. Breaking ball pitch up and high.
Thought maybe the Owls were working him inside, but Lally is pretty close to that plate.
1-1 pitch to Lally. And got some sweet chin music there.
Yeah, it looked like a breaking pitch, at least it didn't break.
Go, Lyle. Stay back now. Stay back on it. Drive it.
Philpott kicks and fires. Outside for ball 3. If you're a pitcher against Lally Esquivel, I don't think you want to be in a 3-1 count.
No, great hitters count, and we have made Philpott work this inning. He's thrown more pitches than you would like to see if you're an Owls fan.
3-1 pitch to Lally. Low for ball 4, and the bases are juiced here in the top of the 5th inning. Here comes the catcher, Gianni Corral.
Next up for the Mustangs, number 24, Gianni Corral.
Yeah, Philpott's now at 75 pitches, and I believe about 20 of those have been thrown in this inning. He's issued 2 walks. Jarrett had a lengthy at bat.
First pitch is up high for ball 1.
Philpott works quick.
One 1-0 pitch, make it 0-2. Or excuse me, 2-0.
Yeah, I kind of like a take here because he's definitely having trouble finding the zone. Infielder's going to come in and talk to him. I mentioned earlier he's only a 10th grader, so probably the first playoff game he's pitched in. Actually, he pitched last week against South Hills, but his first season probably pitching in playoff baseball.
A little infield meeting here. And Gianni Corral talking to coach. 2-0 count here.
Yeah, I like a take here, even though Gianni did have a hit earlier in the game.
And he swings. It's into center field, and an easy play there for Joshua. So 2-0 count. Philpott had thrown 5 straight balls and then gets a fly out to get out of the inning. He leaves the bases loaded. It's 2-0. Headed to the bottom of the 5th here. You're watching Grapevine Mustang Baseball live on Tradio. Bottom of the 5th inning here at Pioneer Stadium. Grapevine still down 2-0. One hole hitter, Nate Chittum, up to the plate here. And Luke Esquivel still on the mound for Grapevine. Big inning here for Luke.
Yeah, Luke's at 80 pitches now, and he threw about 105 pitches in Game 2 last week. So I would expect we could get at least 2 more innings out of Luke, but that would still leave the 7th uncovered. Again, that's assuming we don't have any long innings.
Ball into right field. That's going to drop for a hit. Great piece of hitting there by Nate Chittum. No outs in the inning. Joshua with a runner on first.
They've had luck on that right side. Just dumped that ball into right there. Not a hard hit ball, but well placed.
Want to give a shout out to all 184 out there watching wherever you may be. Thank you for supporting Tradio.
They have had good luck against Berkner. They've struck him out twice tonight.
Breaking ball pitch right down Broadway.
That's primarily been the approach, but they have gotten him swinging also at a high fastball.
Esquivel checks in over on Chittum, and he's back in with plenty of time. You mentioned earlier, Jeff, it is standing room only here at Boswell. Great crowd here on a school night. Breaking ball pitch, and Berkner was way out in front of it.
I feel like the crowd's gotten bigger since the game started. So some late arrivals.
Oh-2 pitch, and that one, he was on that one just a little bit early.
Yeah, way out in front of that one. Just a long strike. We already had 2 strikes on it.
Still an 0-2 count. Hard hit ball down the left side and back into the trees.
Good fastball right there that he fought off. Pitch had to look really quick because it came behind that curveball.
And it got him swinging on the breaking ball. Luke Esquivel. A great pitch right there and a much-needed out for him and these Mustangs.
Now batting for the Owls, number 1, Gavin Massey.
Yeah, that brings Massey up, though, who started their run scoring inning. He hit that ball in the left center gap.
Little war cry coming from the stands here.
Yeah, I'm not familiar
sure
with
what
that one.
is.
Sounds like almost like a bird call or something, a mating call.
It may be the Owls' mating call.
There you go.
This one's lined and way foul. Got it over near the cars.
Quite a bit of distance to the parking lot. I wasn't even worried about parking up front. I noticed Tim parked way out there by the football stadium.
Better to be safe than sorry.
Trying to get his steps in, apparently.
I don't care if they hit a car tonight, as long as it's not a 2019 Hyundai Sonata. It'll be all right. One count. Over to the shortstop. Double play opportunity here. There's one on for two. He's got him. The first double play the Mustangs have turned tonight. Great teamwork there by the Mustangs. Connor Ray and Jarrett Boswell were headed to the top of the sixth. Mustangs trying to string together a couple runs to get back in this ballgame.
They call it the big time. Got your name in lights. Now you're gonna shine. Got 'em in your sights.
First up this inning for the Mustangs.
227 people watching live here with us on Tradio. I want to give a big shout out to Gavin Winders on the camera out there and our producer Tim Polster, Hunter Paris alongside Jeff Knipper out here in Boswell for the top of the sixth inning of this game one, round two, the area round, best of three series. Mustangs trail 2-0. Philpott still on the mound here for the Owls. This one skied into the outfield here. Ranging back is the shortstop for Joshua, Nate Chittum, and he makes the play for out number one.
Yeah, made a really late adjustment to get that ball, but started to say the Mustangs only have 6 outs left. Now that's 5 outs. That was a quick first pitch out. I'd really like to see us make Philpott work here and push his pitch count over 100. He's only at 84 pitches right now.
Yeah, Grapevine running out of opportunities.
There is activity in the Mustangs bullpen. I believe that's Sam Derard over there getting loose.
chopper. This is going to be a tough play. He's going to be safe. Great piece of hitting there by number 5, Colin Park. Trying to get this inning started after an early 1 pitch out.
Colin must have hit that bag funny. He's hobbled a bit, but that was definitely an infield hit right there. Chopped that ball over the third baseman's head, and no way that shortstop's going to make that throw that deep in the hole and get a good runner like Colin.
Well, this scorekeeper's pretty ruthless up there in the press box, so hopefully he gives that to Colin. I don't know how you could rule that one an error.
Yeah, okay, he's going to call that one a hit.
Grapevine with 2 errors on the night. Now, really 1. If you don't count that Lolly Esquivel great play, just couldn't get him in time.
Yeah, Coach Webster's checking on Colin right here to make sure he's okay. One thing I learned last week when Gianni came out of the game with an injury and missed an inning, you can actually sub a player in and then put that starter back in. I didn't realize that, but that's a rule that's unique to high school baseball, at least in Texas.
For sure.
Typically at the college level or major league level, when you sub someone in, that guy's done for the game.
Yep.
But not if you wanted to run for Colin here, you could run for him and not lose him in the field or at the plate.
Yeah, very unique rules here in Texas high school baseball, but that honestly just adds more to the game. I love that.
What it does is get more players involved, so that is good that you get kids over there on the bench into the game and make it more of an all-around team effort.
1-0 pitch here, and delivered a strike at the knees to Thomas Powers, the DH. Grapevine with a lot of opportunities tonight, but just unable to capitalize.
Yeah, just haven't been able to get that big hit when we had runners in scoring position. Had several spots where a hit would have scored 2 runs.
This one's low for a ball. Grapevine going to try and make Philpott work right here. He got himself into some trouble last inning, loaded the bases, and then got out of it by getting the pop fly to shallow center field.
Yeah, 2 of his 3 walks were issued last inning.
Chopping swing on a high pitch. It's 2-2.
Yeah, I don't think Thomas really liked his swing there. Colin's got good speed. I wouldn't mind putting him in motion here.
2-2 pitch is low, and he's going to get in motion right there. The ball's going to stop at the backstop. And Colin's going to round second, just give it a look. The runner at second right here. I mean, at this juncture in the game, you got 5 outs left to work with. It'd be nice if they could scratch Colin across right here.
Yeah, that was definitely a wild pitch right there. Not much the catcher could do with that one. Here the Mustang fans cranking up the shakers and the horn.
3-2 count to Powers. It's low for ball 4. Runners on first and second here for the Mustangs. With only 1 out in the inning. An opportunity here for the Mustangs that they need to take advantage of. And Philpott's going to get a mound visit.
Yeah, big spot right here. It's now 4 walks that Philpott's issued, and 3 of those have been here in the last inning and a third.
Doesn't look like he's making a change necessarily.
No, I think he'll stick with him. He's only at 91 pitches. One thing I did notice looking at their scores is their Saturday ball games suggest that they don't have a lot of pitching depth. I saw some really high-scoring Saturday games, so unless they were just bringing up young kids maybe to pitch on Saturday, at least that's one thing that if we get to a Game 3, the Mustangs may have an edge in pitching depth.
So it becomes a game of, I mean, if you can just steal Game 1 or Game 2 and get them to Game 3, Mustangs would have a pretty good chance in that one, you would think.
Yeah, the Mustangs have used 4 pitchers here over about the last month, so we may have the edge there. Let's get this one tonight and then figure that out if we get there.
Philpott's first pitch. Double play ball here. Let's see if he can beat it out, and he will. The runner's on first and third right there. Not ideal for Grapevine, but they do advance the runner from second to third.
That was a little scary, though. That looked like a pretty tailor-made double play. The second baseman threw a little bit high to the shortstop coming across, and Connor also gets down the line well.
And here comes Luke Esquivel. He's pitched well tonight. The only blemish on his record was that third inning where he allowed the only 2 runs of this ball game. First pitch to him is low for a ball. Nice job right there by Trevor Hernandez to get in front of it. Goldstein in the circle. If Esquivel was to get on base. 1-0 pitch, lined into left center field.
That's
this
down.
one's going to get down. 1 run scores.
He's coming
He's
the
gonna come
second
home.
run.
Will he make it in time? Here comes Connor Ray. He ties the game. A 2-out RBI double for Luke Esquivel.
So back-to-back games, the Mustangs rally from 2 down to tie this one at least right here. And still got a runner in scoring position here for Zach with 2 outs. Huge hit right there by Luke. That center fielder's run down some balls, but I knew he wasn't going to get to that one. That one was fading away from him and hit on a line.
Courtesy runner for the Mustangs, number 1, Jack Pettigrew. Here comes Goldstein. If he can get a base hit right here, Pettigrew's got the wheels.
Yeah, 2 outs, got to be moving on contact.
First pitch, he shows bunt and pulls back for ball 1. Great piece of hitting there by Luke Esquivel.
Yeah, Mustangs finally get that big hit with the runners out there on base.
1-0 pitch to Goldstein, and it's high. Pressure coming on Philpott here from the Grapevine Mustangs. Shakers.
Yeah, they are making him work this inning.
Low for ball 3.
Yeah, you got to take here. I might even take 2 strikes.
3-0 pitch. It's outside for ball 4, and Goldstein's aboard. Runners on first and second with 2 out. No movement here from the Joshua coaching staff, and it looks like Philpott's going to get a chance to go against the Boz. Jarrett Boswell again.
Yeah, Jared didn't get a hit in his last at bat, but he saw a lot of pitches. Got to have a good feel here in his 4th at bat for what Philpott's got, and should have a good opportunity to square something up. You know what his timing is, and seen a lot of pitches tonight.
Righty on lefty action. Philpott kicks and fires, and it's fouled back. How about another into the trees?
Jarrett was looking first pitch fastball and got it and just missed it a tad.
Oh, 1 pitch outside for ball 1. Grapevine crowd really getting into it here.
This will be Philpott's 100th pitch right here.
100th pitch is across for a strike, and it's 1-2. Philpott against the Boz, Jarrett Boswell. Boswell looking for his pitch. 1-0-1 from Philpott. Boswell fires it across over to second, and it's going to be in time for the 3rd out of the inning, but the damage is done. Grapevine scratches 2, and we got a new ball game headed in to the bottom of the 6th inning. You're watching Grapevine Mustang Baseball live on Radio. We're headed into the bottom of the 6th here. New ball game after the Mustangs. Luke Esquivel gave himself some run support, and now he's back on the mound. 2-out RBI stand-up double.
Yeah, Luke just said, hey, if no one else is going to get the big hit, I guess I'll help myself with a 2 RBI double right there.
And all I want to know is what the Esquivel boys grew up eating. Both tremendous ball players who have had great games tonight. Here's Luke, and this one's fired back for strike number 1.
Yeah, they obviously have some good genes. It's easy to forget that Luke is only a 9th grader.
Oh, my goodness.
So we're going to get to watch him 3 more years here at Grapevine.
Wow. Breaking pitch, beautiful curve inside. First strike 2. 0-2 count. And a little dribbler over to second base. Easy work there for Colin Park. Flips it over to Jared Boswell for the first out of the inning.
I like going at him there with the, even though it's an 0-2 count, you would try and keep Luke's pitch count down. So normally where you might waste a pitch there, I like actually throwing a strike and getting that 3-pitch out.
Here's Hunter Strabeck, and that's in there for a strike.
Yeah, Luke's at 94 pitches right now.
Hard hit ball, couldn't make the play on that one, and that's going to dribble into center field for a 1-out single. Nice piece of hitting there by Hunter Strabeck.
Next up for the Owls, number 9, Landon Lilligore.
And here comes Landon Lilligore, and you know, I'm not sure that Esquivel wouldn't mind if he gets a double play ball right here.
Yeah, we could use another one of those. Lilligore does have a hit tonight. He's got one of their 5 hits. Feel like he's the one that punched one of those balls to right field earlier.
There goes the mating call in the stands. In there for strike 1 to Lilligore.
Good fastball right there by Luke to get ahead.
Oh, 1 pitch. Here's a double play opportunity, but they're just going to flip it over to first and try to get the 1 out. Is he off the base? Yes, he is.
Very tough play right there. Connor had to go a long way to get to it and then throw that ball on the run. It's another ball they hit that's just got eyes. They're finding all the right spots, it seems.
Yeah, I didn't think that was that far over there until Connor ranged to his right and got there, and that's a tough play to make to even get 1 out right there, and unfortunately for Grapevine, they could not.
Yeah, it would have been interesting if he had tried to go to second. That would have just been a much easier throw to make, but I don't know what kind of jump that runner got.
Low for ball 1 here. What you don't want if you're Grapevine here, you give up a run right here and you're down to your last 3 outs.
Coach Webster's going to come talk to him.
This could be it for Luke Esquivel.
Yeah, he's at 98 pitches. We'll see. I think he might let him at least finish this batter. Yeah, he's not going to make a move yet.
The freshman phenom, hard to believe he's got 3 more years in a Grapevine baseball uniform.
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen a 9th grader step in and play, much less play at the level that Luke's playing at.
It'd be hard to believe that he wouldn't be an MLB draft choice upon graduation if he continues to progress. Already a great baseball player.
Rodriguez is hitless on the night, so hopefully that trend continues.
Oh, really? Awesome. (1-0) count here. You mentioned Rodriguez is at the plate. Runners on first and second. Esquivel just looking for some sort of out right here. Low for ball 2.
Yeah, definitely want to go after him. It's the number 7 hitter in the lineup.
Crucial to get outs at the bottom half of this lineup at this juncture in the game. Nice strike right there at the bottom half.
Yeah, I suspect Rodriguez was taken right there.
Kicks and fires. Over to the third baseman. There's one. No, not an out. It's going to be an error. And Joshua is going to score the go-ahead run. A low throw by Lolly Rodriguez over to Colin Park, and they tried to steal second right there, and he's in second. The runner's on second and third after the go-ahead error by Joshua.
Yeah, Lolly just choked that throw off in the dirt, and it was not a tough throw at all, really only about a 60-foot throw. Not much Colin could do with it. And we may see a pitching change here.
Yeah, this is going to be a pitching change. Esquivel, he's battled all night. And he's going to get a big standing ovation from this Grapevine crowd.
Yeah, so Luke exits the game right here. Went 5 1/3 innings, gave up 6 hits. Some of those hits were not hard hit, but well placed. Gave up 3 runs, no earned runs.
Wow.
Yeah, because there's been an error on each run scoring opportunity. Had 6 strikeouts in 5 1/3. So Luke deserved better than at least the scoreboard shows.
Now pitching for the Mustangs, number 13, Sam Gerard.
So that brings Sam Gerard to the mound, and Sam's a big right-hander with a good fastball, and when Sam throws strikes, he's really tough to hit. He's also got a good breaking pitch.
Grapevine just trying to get out of this inning with no less than 1 run as the damage, 1 out here.
Yeah, the scoreboard is showing the Mustangs with 3 errors. I would say really only 2 are those legit, but they've been huge errors that, again, allowed those runs to push across.
Grapevine has out-hit Boswell. Excuse me, I keep calling him Boswell because I keep looking at that Boswell logo. He has out-hit Joshua tonight, 7-6. Grapevine, those 3 errors up on the board, which really amounts to 2 errors.
They are a similar color to Boswell. Boswell
yes, very.
is the blue.
Yes. We'll be right back here tomorrow night for Game 2 coverage.
Yeah, they're 2 runners in scoring position, so really got to minimize the damage here. Strikeout would be huge.
First pitch in there for a strike.
Wizenant is hitless on the night.
Sam Gerard trying to get the Mustangs out of this jam. Runners on second and third. Mustangs down 3-2. He steps off the back of the mound and looks back on second base. 0-1 pitch right there at the knees again for strike 2.
Good fastball right there by Sam.
Set him down now.
0-2 count, looking for that second out of the inning, and he gets him swinging for out number 2.
Huge strikeout right there by Sam, and he showed that good fastball that I mentioned.
Now batting for the Owls, number 2, Cooper Bosher.
Here comes Cooper Bosher. He had that hard hit double into the left power alley a couple of innings ago. And if he was to hit another one of those, this Joshua crowd would erupt. Low for ball 1. Well, no matter what, Grapevine will be down to their last 3 outs.
Yeah, best case scenario, we've got 3 outs to score a run. Hopefully that's all we're going to need.
Nice pitch there by Gerard. Evens it out at 1-1. This one's low for a ball. Nice job by Gianni Corral to stay in front of the low pitch there.
There is a base open, but he would like to go after the number 9 hitter here.
You do not want to see the front of that lineup in this situation. And Gerard's pitching like he doesn't want to see it either. 2-2 count here. 2 outs. Looking for a second strikeout of this inning. Keep Grapevine only down by 1. He kicks, he fires, and it's in there for ball 3, and that looked pretty good from here, Jeff.
Well, I can tell you Sam reacted like he thought it was a strike. Umpire didn't give him the call, but Sam definitely thought it was a strike.
Sam's going to step off here. Step back on. Full count now here on Bosher. And it's hit up the middle. This is going to get through, and it's going to score 2 runs. Lead is extended to 5-2. Nice cutoff there by Sam. But the damage is done. It's 5-2. And that's just an unfortunate sequence of events. If you're a Grapevine right there, you thought you had strike 3. End up turning into a 2-out, 2 RBI single for Cooper Bosher.
Again, that wasn't a ball that was hit hard, but just hit right in the spot we couldn't get to, right up the middle, and certainly makes that 2-2 pitch sting a little bit more, because I am positive that Sam thought that was a strike.
Breaking ball pitch is high for ball 1. Nate Chittum, the leadoff hitter, steps into the box. Got a very long stance here. Gave it a good look and laid off of it. It's 2-0.
Now, Sam's gone at him with breaking pitches first 2 pitches.
Grapevine in danger of falling behind 1-0 in this series. Low for ball 3. Five total runs scored in this inning alone. Coming into this one, just 2 on the board. That one's in there for a strike, 3-1 count.
Yeah, the offensive have exploded here in the 6th inning.
Grapevine trying to find a way out. 3-1. Breaking ball hammered into right field, but a great play by Brady Boozer to get the 3rd out of the inning, but the damage is done. We head to the top of the 7th. Grapevine down to their final 3 outs. It's 5-2. You're watching Mustang Baseball tonight on Tradio.
just trying to find a way out. I don't want to tell you how to live, but I just don't want you to miss. And I don't mean to scare you, I want you to live, and I dare you to give this life all you have. Yeah, all you don't get it twisted. We're on a mission to live life legendary. Yeah, we are legendary. We are legendary. We are not ordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names. We are legendary. Living extraordinary. We are legendary. You will remember our names.
Back here on the campus of Boswell High School, here comes Lale, a.k.a. Lolly Esquivel, trying to get a rally started here in the bottom of the seventh. Grapevine down to their last 3 outs, but at this juncture in the game, I mean, this is the part of the lineup you want coming up if you're a Mustang fan.
Yeah, definitely. And the Owls did make a pitching change. Phil Pott is done, and they brought in the first baseman, Gavin Massey, to pitch. I looked at their last series. Gavin did pitch 1 inning of relief, but those ball games were not close at all.
His first pitch is in there for a strike. Excuse me, a ball. Looked good from over here, but 1-0 count here on Lolly. That one fired across for a strike. Hoping that the home plate umpire tomorrow has a little bit more of a resounding strike call. So I've been guessing a couple times tonight. This one's down low for ball 2.
Yeah, it wouldn't be hard to outdo the home plate umpire tonight. He's not demonstrative at all.
2-1 count. Lolly fouls it back.
Good cut right there. Massey's a bit of a slinger. He kind of comes at you with everything in his whole body. Doesn't leave much behind.
Breaking ball, it hung up, and Lolly's on base with a single to get this inning started.
Yeah, good start to the 7th inning.
Next up for the Mustangs, number 24, Gianni Corral.
They need 3 runs, so can't get them all at once.
Gianni Corral is going to look to continue the hit party. Lolly getting it started here in the top of the 7th. When you have a multi-run deficit, you got to go pitch by pitch.
Yeah, I got to play it safe over there on the bases. Can't give up any outs with a 3-run deficit. Gianni's 1 for 3 on the night.
Hard hit ball to third base, and it's through for a hit. Nice job by Gianni Corral. Now he's 2 for 4. Runners on first and second, nobody out here. And how about the tying run coming up to the plate?
They're going to get a courtesy runner again for Gianni. That's Connor McDermott. So good start to the 7th inning.
Courtesy runner for the Mustangs, number 22, Connor McDermott.
Mustangs got to be smart on the base pass there. Like you mentioned, don't want to give up any easy free outs. Want to make Joshua earn this win. Ball outside for ball 1.
Yeah, even on a single to the outfield, Lolly isn't necessarily scoring unless it's a no-brainer, because that first run doesn't mean anything. You need 3 of them.
Fastball just outside. It's 2-0.
Really surprised their first baseman's playing in front of the runner over there. I don't understand that. It's not like I don't see us bunting here. It's not a bunting spot when you're down 3 runs. If we were down 1 run, that's a different story.
Right. We'll see if Boozer can make him pay by playing him in short. Fire one past him for a single.
Yeah, 2-0 count. Make sure you get a good pitch to hit. If you're swinging, it better be something that you really like. Because loading the bases with nobody out, I don't care if we get a walk to do it. That would be ideal.
Two-0 pitch in there for strike 1. Good pitch right there by Massey.
Yeah, he may have been taken right there. Still a good hitter's count because you know that pitcher doesn't want to go 3-1 on you, so you still got to look for a good pitch to get.
2-1 pitch to Boozer, and it's in there for strike 2. Boozer didn't necessarily agree with it. Now it's a 2-2 count here. This out would be big for Joshua. Two-two pitch. Fouled back into the net again.
Yeah, good job battling off a tough pitch. That looked like it was away from him and definitely was down. Might try and throw him a curveball here.
And he got him swinging. Great job to battle back right there by Gavin Massey.
Yeah, that was a breaking pitch. Kind of dropped down sidearm and threw a little bit of a slider or not sure what they call that pitch now. Good cut right there by Colin.
Colin Park up to bat. Got on bases last time up. 0-1 count right here. Mustangs need some movement. Need to scratch a run or 2 home right here. Breaking ball pitch outside for ball 1. 1-1 count here.
Yeah, whatever you can do to get on base here. Keep this rally going.
Kicks and fires, and it's in the dirt. Really a good job by Hernandez. Both of those runners would have advanced if that got past them.
Yeah, he's done a good job blocking balls tonight. There's been a lot of them down in the dirt.
Two-one pitch. Inside for ball 3. And now Grapevine 1 ball away from juicing these bases. It's a hitter's count here, though, for Colin Park.
I didn't see Coach give him a sign, so I'm guessing he's swinging if he gets a strike.
3-1 pitch. It's in the dirt. Bases are loaded here in Boswell. I would love to see this Grapevine crowd, if designated hitter Thomas Powers can give a ride out to left field for a grand slam.
Yeah, you can hear the Mustang crowd cranking it up and trying to make it a little bit harder for Massey to find that strike zone.
Only one out. Thomas Powers. Strike right down Broadway to him for strike number one.
I wonder if he was taken possibly. Can't be taken here. You get a good pitch. Don't put yourself in an 0-2 hole.
That's low for a ball. High leverage situation here that Gavin Massey finds himself in. Has loaded the bases. 1-1 count. Massey kicks, fires. Outside for ball two.
Yeah, his miss has been outside to the right-handed hitter. Still don't understand why the first baseman's playing in front of the runner over there. That just cuts your range down.
A lot of space in between first and second right now. That's low for ball three. How about it, Jeff?
Thomas actually asked for a timeout and didn't get it, which is fortunate.
I'm sure he's glad he didn't.
Yeah, he had taken his hand off the bat, and fortunately that pitch missed down. Again, this is a possible spot where he might give him a take sign.
3-1 count. Massey fires. It's in there for strike two.
Yeah, okay.
3-2 full count here. Bases loaded. Grapevine down by 3.
Ball four, base hit right here, Thomas.
That wouldn't hurt.
Either one of those.
The pitch. It's hit in between first and second, but the second baseman is there for the second out of the inning. So both runners advance. Now you have the tying run at second, but you're down to your last out. Not the worst possible thing there for Grapevine.
Yeah, Connor had a hit in his last at bat, and he's been swinging a hot stick, so don't be fooled by the fact he's in the 9-hole. He's been hitting the ball really well. In fact, I looked at his numbers since the start of April, and he was hitting over 400 going into last week's series.
Wow. If he can get on base here, he got the top of the order coming up. First pitch to him is low for a ball. Luke Esquivel, hoping he gets a chance to bat again tonight.
Yeah, Luke had that big double in his last at bat.
1-0 pitch. It's right down the plate for strike one. It's been an entertaining ball game tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, Mustangs are winning in the hit column, but not in the run column, the one that matters the most. Al hit them 9-7, but down 5-3 here, down to our last out.
1-1 pitch by Massey, and that's catches the bottom of the zone for strike two. Grapevine down to their last strike. Mustang fans' hopes lies on the bat of Connor Ray. Massey kicks and fires, and he popped him up over the third base side. The third baseman has it, and that's game one victory for the Joshua Owls. And they're all jacked up on Mountain Dew, and they're going to take a 1-0 series lead into tomorrow night's ball game.
Yeah, tough loss for the Mustangs. Just a couple of defensive miscues that cost them, and with the exception of Luke's double, just couldn't get those big hits when we had the runners in scoring position. And hey, you put that behind you, you come back, and it's a got to win tomorrow. You know, you win tomorrow and you just try and get to Saturday. That's all you can do tomorrow. You can't win the series tomorrow now that you're down 0-1. And Ben Chen will be on the mound. Ben's been pitching well. We expect him to do the same thing tomorrow night. So Mustangs, I know we'll be ready to play tomorrow night, and hopefully we have a different outcome.
Mustangs will have their backs against the wall, down 1-0 in this series against the Joshua Owls. We will be live once again here on Tradio TR3DIO tomorrow night against these Joshua Owls. We want to give a big shout out to Gavin Winders and our producer Tim Polster. For Jeff Knipper, I'm Hunter Paris. We'll see you tomorrow night right back here at Boswell. Good night, everybody.